on the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Red Wolves offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all... Say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Design quarterback runs, there's so many of them, so many ways to do it. But either way, it's about getting that extra blocker and getting a dynamic athlete. These quarterbacks are all dynamic athletes. They're basically running backs now playing quarterback, trying to get them in space. And you can see he does the rest. He can chew up those yards quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wallace. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in it.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends just so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come up.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas State. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And obviously on that third down situation, the running game's in play. They go RPO. But how about the defense? They were ready for it up front. Good physicality setting up fourth down.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint. We're trying to put some points on the board.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah.
He's going up top. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball and tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the lone running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he is stuffed. I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Red Wolves will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for a block. It's White. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. And he's running in the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his man. It's Slater. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Can't get him to the ground. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Red Wolves will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Strickland. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down. Don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Memphis picking up the tempo. He's back to throw on second down. He's taking the shot. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tiger. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it.
I love when they sneak a big fella out of the backfield. You know, usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide and give him the rock.
The Red Wolves have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Slater. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lining up to convert third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Red Wolves will have a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Strickland. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. They'll try to get outside. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Snap in the shotgun. Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here comes the offense on second down.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though,
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long yardage situation.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
you can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Backing up and backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it and drive on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one deep down the right side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 15, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Memphis wants to move quickly.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He rifles one deep down the right side. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They want to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. On the move at the 30. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this script.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's caught. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time is going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Memphis picking up the tempo. Tries showing play action. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Quarterback checking off. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start. Offense.
It is going to be nearly impossible to hear right now, and this offense is going to have to get locked in. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it down the left. He's off to the races. Inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Memphis.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd down, going up top, trying to get to it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Nothing but green ahead. The 10. Touchdown, Memphis. And the stomping has commenced.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And he puts through the extra point. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Leon. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you...